And it's not just the Queen. As we watch Marine One, which has landed within the confines of Buckingham Palace, as we see people exiting the presidential helicopter you see the United States of America on the side. I would suppose that some of these individuals are Secret Service agents as well as they get ready to enter Buckingham Palace. So what we're going to see as we watch for the President and the First Lady to exit Marine One, they're landing in the Buckingham. That's not Marine One. There you go. Here's Marine One. We're told they're going to be landing within the Buckingham Palace garden. Then the President and the First Lady will enter the palace and then come back out for the welcoming ceremony. But now, how often do you see these kinds of ceremonies these days? Because as we were talking about, President Trump's only the third U.S. president to receive the honor of a state visit. Of course, the Queen has met with 12 U.S. presidents during her time since she became the Queen, which was actually more than 67 years ago, which was in February of 1952. But to that point, how important is that?
Well, you may see one or two state visits a year for leaders across the world, but they are very big events, and they are rather rare occasions. And they have the full pomp and circumstance of the British monarchy and the British state. And I think that the fact that you've got huge numbers of people on the streets of London just trying to catch a glimpse actually of the Queen and also of course President Trump, it's a reflection of the intense, I think, interest that there is here in the UK with regard to this state visit. It is a very historic visit, and I think that it's a visit that also symbolises the enduring partnership that actually is at the very heart of defending the free world. And the special relationship really is all about this partnership between, in my view, the two greatest countries of our time, the two nations who really stand up for liberty and for freedom. And so this visit, I think, it's hugely important for Great Britain. It's hugely important for the United States, but it's also hugely important for the free world as well. And I think that in many ways this is a celebration of that relationship, but it's also, I think, a demonstration of the tremendous importance as well of the British monarchy as well. That continues to be hugely important in British political life, and also, it has to be said, the royal family has never been more popular in Britain today, and that's a huge testament, I think, to the leadership, the tremendous leadership and courage of Queen Elizabeth II, who has done an absolutely outstanding job as Queen.
Nile, what do you make of, as we're watching Marine One, waiting to see President Trump and the First Lady Melania Trump exit the helicopter and go into Buckingham Palace? Again, they'll go in, and they're also going to be introduced to members of the royal household in the British suite by Her Majesty the Queen. What do you make of, because there's been some discussion here in the press, of course, about the President, First Lady not staying at Buckingham Palace. Part of it is under renovation, them not staying there and staying at the U.S. Ambassador's residence instead, and even more important, that there's no parliamentary speech by President Trump.
I think, firstly, yes, I mean, the main reason why President Trump and his family not staying in Buckingham Palace is because of some of the renovations taking place. It also has to be said that the President, by staying at Winfield House, the Ambassador's residence, it's a safer location in terms of, I think, security in place as well. That's something to bear in mind. I have to say that it's absolutely appalling that the Speaker of the House of Commons, John Bercow, refused to allow President Trump to address both houses of Parliament. It's something that Barack Obama did when he was president on his state visit. But John Bercow, who is an intensely partisan figure, denied the U.S. president this privilege, which I thought was absolutely disgraceful.
Niall, I just want to point out that